JB said, hey, you know, I feel like I can do it. And if you tell him you don't think he can, that's when he's going to.
I was going to say 100%, but it's not even 50%. Man, I just hope we don't see a bad wreck.
500?
Well,
we'll have to wait,
you know,
for next year. Show enough shows up. And JB Mooney goes 1 for 5 this week and will head home for the holidays.
Well, I'll tell you, this right here illustrates perfectly why so many people love JB Mooney, and he is the epitome of what a bull rider is and stands for in just the amount of guts and effort and try that he has. And, you know, he's the little dog in the fight that always thinks he can win no matter what.
He didn't stick around to see it, Mac, but a lot of people stood up as he walked out of T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, and I echo everything Ty said. I mean, I've got so much respect for this guy and the career that he's had, and just the amount of effort that he puts out right there with such a bad injury. If the guy's got his free arm, he rides this bull 10 out of 10 times, but he's just handicapped too much at this point.
JB Mooney will be back. Does he have more world championships in him? We're all going to get to find out together. Nathan Burtonshaw, in his first ever finals appearance, gets one ride against Alley Cat.
Alley Cat can be pretty mean. Hey, hey, hey!
Alley Cat doesn't need to get that fired up. Burtonshaw off his back right around 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's, you know, you're going from cold to you got to get it going. And if you'll keep an eye on him, you'll see when his left foot swings back right there, you'll see, look where his face, you know, he's already planning his dismount right there. And makes a good dismount as well.
Shane Proctor is prepping in the chutes. He's going to get his re-ride opportunity, and that's against a bull by the name of Bad Moon Rising. And Mac, that bull's already made an appearance this week.
Yeah, Cooper Davis, he beat him out of the chute and handed it to him last night. Proctor's got to avoid that happening. Get out of here with him to the left.
Well, you mentioned getting beat out of the chute. Bad Moon Rising was listening to you.
Well, I mean, we just seen them back to back. I mean, that was very similar to what we've seen out of Nathan just the ride prior. Right here, he beats him. Proctor's picked up and steps off. I mean, that's what it should have looked at 8.
Shane Proctor gets blanked in T-Mobile Arena. 0 for 5, not only this year, but last year as well. So Ryan Dirt Eater has another opportunity to get that 4th qualified ride. The bull's name, Lifting Lives, when he took care of Emilio Hassende early. It wasn't that hard, but Dirt Eater, at least at the moment, a very different rider tie than Hassende.
Yeah, he's looking good when he gets out of there. And I think that this bull's going to go down the gate and around to the left, and he might jump out of it and come back around to the left again.
Yeah, he can have a lot of direction change, J-Dub, but I like the kick that he always follows it up with.
Yeah, this bull kicks hard all the way through those jumps. This is what he wanted to draw. This is a good one right here.
Whoa, Lifting Lives wants to look back and introduce himself. Dirt Eater says, don't worry, I'll talk to you in 8 seconds.
$316,000 on this Sunday.
As is typical of Championship Sunday, a lot on the line for Dirt Eater. This would be a 4th score. Could get him even up to that 2nd position, vaulting both Fabiano as well as Jess Lockwood. Shorty, what's the best remedy for what Lifting Lives is doing?
Well, you know, this is the bull that just gets in his starting block. So if it was me, and you guys could probably tell better than I could, but if it was me, I'd try to get that bull standing back up in there, get my rope where I wanted it, take my wrap while I was up off the bull, where he didn't even know I was getting ready, because as you saw earlier, when Ryan slid up to his rope, that's when the bull got into his starting block. So if you can trick that bull into thinking you're not ready and then nod as you're sliding up and as you hit your hand, then you can get out of there before that bull gets in his starting blocks and you're going with him already.
This bull has had 30 career outs, only ridden on 2 occasions. One of those, Cooper Davis, Mac, and Austin earlier this year.
Yeah, and it was a really good ride. I mean, this bull has got some stuff to him. And like we were saying, a lot of direction change. But what makes him really rideable is that he follows it up. Every jump, he's going to fire both back feet. And that makes for really good timing and feel on the back of him.
Ryan Dirtiter has not bucked off a bull since 2015 in terms of the World Finals. He's on the clock, so he is going to have to nod. He does not want to repeat round number 1. Under 20. I hope somebody's counting down for him, because it's about at 10 seconds. Now under 10. Over the past 4 days, Ryan Dirtiter can do no wrong. After being disqualified in round number 1, he has absolutely taking matters into his own hand, Ty.
Well, me and Justin talk about it all day long, taking the power away from him in the jump. And you hear me talk about breaking forward at the hips. Look at this. This is his hand right here. Look how his hips are forward. This isn't putting a C in your back, and he does it every jump so good. Watch, just over and over. Look at him meet that jump. And you know, this is a nice bull with great timing and great kick, but there it is again. Every time you can look and see that hand, and he's got that fist shoved in that bull's back going away from his hand, you can ride him all day long if you do that.
When you can ride the up and down, the left and right takes care of itself.
Let's send it to Leah.
DQ in round 1, got pinned just a moment ago in round number 5. Is this what it takes to pump you up?
You know, I feel aggressive. I just got to stay aggressive, stay motivated. Adversity can either make you or break you.
Good job.
Seems to be making him and forging quite a World Finals resume. Cody Teal gets a chance here, and he is in the running for this Rookie of the Year title. And Cody Teal has had 2 very good rides so far this week.
Yeah, this is what we were just talking about with Ryan Dirtiter. Cody Teal chews this one up for 8 seconds, and when Teal gets left out in good shape, the guy can really ride.
Yeah, you know, here he is again. He leads the chute good. You see him lead the chute with the bull. The 2 bulls that we've seen it buck him off, he lost it right when he calls for the bull. It's like he's letting him lead without him.
As a fan, it is just depressing to see a rider get that close, Ty, especially after those early great corrections.
Yeah, this bull has him working for it every bit of the way. You can see him hold that chute. You know, he leaves there pretty decent. He's maybe a little bit higher than he would like to be, and it's like he stays just that ½ inch higher and behind the whole way, but he keeps working at it, and it just kind of keeps compounding because this bull does not give up.
Huge ramifications with this challenge. If it turns out to be a qualified ride, which really it does not seem like it will, a qualified ride gets him into the championship round. That slap, however, costs him an opportunity, and his season is over.
That's a long old walk back to the locker room. Huh,
yeah, we'll see Cody Teal back starting in Madison Square Garden. I can't wait to see a full season.
Joao Ricardo Vieira was originally up against Wild Goose in this round. J-Dub, now he gets to face a bull you know a lot about.
I do know a lot about him. I feed him every morning, every evening. But I tell you what, if Joao could have reached in there and picked one for a reride, this is the bull he was going to pick.
That's how Vieira likes to draw him up. And J-Dub, though, I'll go to you first. That's not how you want to see Fine Jesus perform.
I think my mic's breaking up. I can't hear you guys. What are y'all saying up there?
Well, guys, to state the obvious with the rewrite flags, of course, J.W. Hart would like his bull to perform a lot better, but Ty, another opportunity for Joao.
Yeah, J-Dub's mic's malfunctioning, and so is his bull. This is a tough deal to watch. You know, there's so much work goes into these bulls for these guys, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of foresight to breed them and raise them, and a lot of care. J-Dub, I'm just joking. I know that's tough.
It's just part of the game. I mean, everybody has a bad day, and he had one today. Picked a bad day to have it.
Ramon de Lima. Element 79 fires on back-to-back days. Brennan Eldred rode him 24 hours ago, less than 24 hours ago, for 87 1/4. And here, Mac, Ramon de Lima gets it done.
Yeah, and a really good, solid ride. He's never in any trouble. He dominates this from start to finish. Bull's kind of widening out in his spin, not really tight, so the judges aren't going to push him clear up there with high bull scores. But a good job for Ramon.
85. That's the good news. As you mentioned, not huge scores, which means Ramon de Lima's week is done as well. Jess Lockwood has the most important work of his young career in front of him. If he rides both his bulls this afternoon, he is the 2017 PBR World Champion.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has Bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Built for the guy who has everything and needs to tow it. The Tow and Stow is equipped with multiple ball sizes and adjusts in 1-inch increments to the height of your trailer for level towing. Best of all, it stows when you aren't using it, away from your shins and garage door. Machined from American steel with a 2-stage finish, the Tow and Stow is the last hitch you'll ever need.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
The amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment.
And more spokespeople. Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8, and with all AT&T Unlimited plans, get HBO for life, only from AT&T.
Here's this week's athlete profile brought to you by Cooper Tires.
Not many people would have predicted Jess Lockwood to be 0-2 to start this World Finals.
Yeah, after seeing the World Finals last year, I guess. I was just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed little kid, pretty wide-eyed there, and it was just all pretty new. This year I feel like I've matured a lot, and as a person and as a rider, and it's shown in the second half of the season and all summer long.
Jess Lockwood gets it done. His first qualified ride at the World Finals. Jess Lockwood wins round number 1, the 7th round he has won this season, but none of those other rounds have equaled this many points.
I've always known I could ride bulls pretty good, and I've been confident in myself, but never really showed it or told anybody. Just my dad always told me, just stay quiet and let your riding do the talking, and just be humble.
Jess Lockwood not only says, bring it, but now he gets to say, bring me your best.
It's hard not to be a big fan of this kid right here.
Lockwood will become the new world #1. That's your Cooper Tires athlete profile, and that humility may get tested if Jess Lockwood can earn 16 seconds, which will clinch his first ever world title. Derek Kolbaba, Cooper Davis, very much in this, depending on how everything sorts itself out by about an hour from now. We've got a couple riders to go before we get to our top 3 in the world. We start with Joao Ricardo Viana. This time he's up against Jesus and Bocephus. And Ty, this is turning into a long afternoon.
Yeah, it has been long, but I'll tell you what, we're working our way down to those top 15 bulls, and this is it's just a culmination of such a great season, and we got so many races that are going to come down right to the wire.
And not only does he have to get on his 3rd bull of the day, but now Jesus and Bocephus decides to act up.
Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and try and tear the bucket chute apart in here. Had a rope around him, and he's one of these bulls with a hair trigger. He's not really that bad in the chute, but just all of a sudden he'll just flip the switch and it's go time.
He's going to go the direction that JR likes, but this bull's all front end and kind of uphill. How do you like his chances?
Well, I always like his chances when they go to the left, man. The guy's really, really good that way, and from what we've seen so far, it's going to be a test for him to get out of the chute. He's got to get back in here, get settled, get his rope pulled, get what he wants, and get out of here so he doesn't get hurt, and the bull will have a good day.
A few outs from now, Jess Lockwood is going to go, and then he walked out of the shop, but it looked as though Uncle Cody Lambert was there, Mac, trying to either help get him ready or keep him focused.
Cody, he said it earlier in the pre-show. He said, I've been with him since the beginning, and I'm not betting against him now. And he really has. I said, well, you were due to get it right before long. You've picked him each and every event.
Ty, you've traveled with Cody Lambert for decades. Have you ever seen him this nervous?
I know. Yeah, he looks about as nervous as I was when he got on his very last bull, and he announced that it was going to be his last bull, and we'd pulled each other's ropes on thousands of them, and I found myself giving him every piece of advice I could ever think of, and he finally looked at me and he goes, hey, settle down, I got this.
And I think that's probably what Jess might be looking over his shoulder, Mac, and saying as well, because we've talked about the confidence. And what I also like, though, about Jess over these past couple days is the calmness.
Yeah, well, he is really a humble young guy. He mentioned his dad in that piece. He comes from a great family, and I think that goes a long way.
Joao's on the clock, so he needs to nod. And Jesus and Bocephus continues to act up, and it looks like Joao's just going to pull his rope. He's not going to be able, guys, I think, in 15 seconds to reset. So unless we're going to see, for the first time this week, the judges reverse their own decision, this looks like we're looking at a disqualification.
Yeah, see it. Over. Yeah,
Donald
that's it.
Owens.
Donald
Wow.
Owens, you heard him right there.
We all heard that. That is it. Over.
Great job in here, sir.
Wow, and the crowd, I think, emphasizing what Marco Aguche said and Emilio Hacende conveyed with his look. They are not happy. Not the way Joao wanted his week to end, but guys, at the end of the day, these are the rules. You got to play by them.
Yeah, and the judge feels like you've had adequate time and you've still not nodded your head, they put you on the clock, and once that clock starts, things can go bad.
Well, and here's the thing, you're watching it and you're seeing this bull acting up in the chute, and all these judges have rode lots and lots of bulls. They've been down the road and they've been on all kinds of them, and when they put a guy on the clock is when he's not taking all those opportunities that the bulls are giving you, and especially one that's bad in the chute. The longer you stay in there and the more you got that rope pulled in him, the worse your chances are going to get. So you'd think at some point when these guys, when those bulls stand up and give them that one shot, that they're going to start nodding their head instead of adjusting their shafts and redoing, putting the tail of their rope up on the hump and getting everything like that. When they give you those little moments, you got to take them.
Last night it was not much, but I think Eduardo Aparecido would have been fine with however he got the 8 seconds, Shorty.
Absolutely. Fast Eddie. This is the guy they call him Fast Eddie because we're not going to see the same results as we just saw out of that last one. He's really good about getting in there and getting out. He's got a great bull right here. I think this is going to make things interesting. Eduardo Aparecido, the guy that I think we've all expected very great things out of for a long time now, finally hitting his stride, and I think it's just going to get better in the years to come. But he's got a really good bull. Go either way. Got a lot of action. He's going to be slinging his head. It doesn't matter which way they go or how they buck to Eduardo Aparecido. I think he rides this bull and gets that race even tighter.
Well, no one was our world #1 this season as much as Eduardo Aparecido. But coming into the World Finals, he didn't place in San Jose. Derek Kolbaba overtook that #1 position, Ty, and he has really struggled this week.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you would have to think that part of it is dealing with the pressure of the World Finals. And this is a guy that's, I feel like he's been a little bit slower at believing in himself for when you look at how much we believe in him. But I think he's gaining on that every day, and this is just that much more experience that goes towards that.
Yeah, because he is a really, really good bull rider.
Mac, off of what you mentioned, only really good bull riders get it done against Uncle Tink.
Yeah, and he just made it look simple. You know, Uncle Tink had a better shot of bucking his tail off than he did Eduardo right here. He's in complete control, big blow around the corner, and then Eduardo just handles him easily. You wonder why you didn't see this earlier in the week, Ty.
Well, and I'm saying that with him and Ka'iki Pacheco, it's almost like once they got far enough out of the race and the pressure got far enough removed, we saw him snap right back and ride up to the ability that they're known for.
87.5, that's the good news. The bad news is Aparecido is on the outside looking in, and barring injury, he will not make the championship round, and therefore he has no chance at this year's World Championship. We are down to our final 3. The top 3 in the world, and let's try to keep it as simple as possible. Cooper Davis needs to ride, or else there is no chance for him to be this year's world champion and be the only man, or I should say the second man to go back-to-back world championships. So you talk about pressure, Mac. Davis knows a thing or two about handling it.
Not only does he have to make this ride, but he's got, in my opinion, the hardest bull in this go-around to get a qualified ride on.
Yes, he does, and I'll tell you, you know, he's swinging for the fences on this one right here. This is a guy that came into this round with a great position in the draft to pick exactly what bull he wants, and I would say on paper, this is maybe the hardest one in the whole draft.
Losing My Religion, 19 career outs, ridden only once. That was Guilherme Marchi last season outside in Thackerville, 88 3/4.
Yeah, you never know what this bull's going to do, Craig. You just know that it's going to be wild. He's going to have a lot of kicks, some wild jumps, might turn back, might not, can roll. I mean, he's going to throw everything at Cooper Davis. Here's the one thing I do know. Cooper Davis is going to throw everything he's got at Losing My Religion.
Cooper Davis, last year in round 5, well, it was pretty good for him. He rode Catfish John for 91 points on his way to winning the world title. But Catfish John, compared to Losing My Religion, is as rider-friendly as they come. Losing My Religion, as you guys have hinted at, is going to make this ever so difficult.
You know, a lot of times in bulls, the harder you push on him, like in this case, he's leaning to the left. The harder you try to shove him to the right, the worse he leans. Sometimes you can push them the way they're leaning, and that'll make them go against the pressure and stand up just for that second that you need.
On the clock. Cooper Davis is rarely on the clock, and there's the nod. Davis will not defend. Losing My Religion ends his hopes and his season.
That is a rank one right there. I love the way that Davis goes about it. I mean, I've bragged on this guy all season. I'm not going to stop now. He had a great year. A ranked bull that just raises him up and slams him to the ground. Cooper Davis will be back. He is obviously one of the best bull riders in the world.
Well, guys, and I apologize. Actually, because of the strength of his 90 in round 3, he could come back. He's 14th. So Cooper Davis will get another shot. It looks as though in the championship round, so I apologize. We're down to our final 2. Derek Kolbaba needs this. And it is pretty definitive on this one, Ty. If Derek Kolbaba doesn't ride, his season is done.
Well, this is another one of those bulls that is definitely not a give me. This bull's very, very strong. He's going to go 1 or 2 and then either direction. And when he turns back, he means it.
And Kolbaba knows this bull. He's matched up against him before and started him really, really good. The difference today is he's got to finish him.
They've met on 3 separate occasions. Each time, it has gone Slinger Jr.'s way. So Derek Kolbaba is going to have to do something he's never really figured out before. The last time they met was in New York City to start the season off. Jess Lockwood is going to watch his good friend leave the chute, and then he will have his own work to do. Jess Lockwood needs to ride to keep that world title hope alive and to really put all the chips in his corner headed into the championship round.
Yeah, Derek Kolbaba is a guy that's, you know, he's wanted to be a world-class bull rider and a world champion his whole life. He has played out this scenario a million times in his backyard on the stick horse, and you know, that's where you got to embrace that, and you got to think, I've worked my whole life to be in this position and to have some say in my own destiny towards a world's champion. This isn't where you lock up with pressure. This is where you just got to go at it with everything you got and say, this is what I live for.
It will not be a chance for Derek Kolbaba to gain any confidence. He is off Slinger Jr., and Derek Kolbaba will not make the championship round, and Mac clearly will not win this year's world championship.
Yeah, and he raises up one time, and if Slinger Jr. would have went to the left, he had a great shot, but that's a smart bull. What a season Kolbaba had, especially coming down the back half. He made it a great race for a long time. We'll see a lot more out of this guy.
All these buck-offs have led to this, because early on this week, Jess Lockwood had all those rides based on going 3 for 3 to start the week, and the fact that they were all round wins. Guess what, guys? It is incredibly simple. Jess Lockwood, if he makes it to 8 seconds right here, he will become the youngest world champion ever in the history of the PBR.
I think he has a great chance. I think this bull should fit him good. You know, talk about having your destiny in your hands. This kid as well, he's been dreaming of this moment his entire life, and I can tell you, whenever you're able to, you know, there's people that want to be say the greatest brain surgeon in the world or the greatest author in the world, and that doesn't come in a singular moment where you have 20,000 people and millions all over the world watching it happen and cheering for you. This is a feeling that can't be explained, both before it happens and after it happens.
Mac, let's press the pause button for a second. Lester Gillis is not a pushover.
No, the only guy I've ever seen get along with this bull is Kaiki Pacheco. But with that being said, J.W. Hart, I think this bull should fit young Jess Lockwood.
This bull should fit him, Justin. He's going to be right here in the gate to the left, and he's going to drift down the chute. They've got him in the corner. If I would have been Jess, I might have asked to roll him to the chute ahead. That way it would have given him room to drift down these chutes. There's a corner down here by the outgate. He could get tangled up towards the end. But I tell you what, I like this matchup, but it is surprising that this bull bucks a lot of really great bull riders off, even into their hand.
He just turned 20. A little over a month ago. He is 8 seconds away from having the world at his feet. This crowd knows the magnitude. This crowd is starting to stand. We're all going to have to wait for the championship round. Lester Gillis does not care who is on his back. He came to buck, and Lockwood is going to have to get it done in the championship round.
Yeah, and Lester Gillis, we talked about, the only guy I've seen, Ty, is Kaiki get by, and he does this to everybody. Brings them over his shoulder. It's a tough bull.
Yeah, there was a bull named Grasshopper that reminded me of that bull. He's not that much to look at. When you see him with your eyes, you think, man, that ought to fit perfect. But I can promise you there's more to that bull that meets the eye when he just made that short of work out of our world number one.
Hold off on any celebrations. Nothing has been decided yet. We told you it would go down to the final out of the 2017 season, and it looks like it will. We do know one thing. Jose Vitor Lemi, he has won the World Finals event title, and he has done it in fine fashion. Chase Outlaw will round out the top 15. The bulls are set. The riders are set. We are 15 pairings away from knowing all of our world champions.
Frontline, cbp.gov/careers.
Whether you're in the arena or on the job site, DeWalt knows the importance of toughness. It's why we sponsor 3-time PBR World Champ Silvano Alves. And why we made the new XP tape measure with a tougher case, blade coating, and hook connection. Plus 13 feet of straighter standout and withstands drops up to 60 feet. It's tough beyond measure. The new DeWalt XP tape measure. Made in the USA with global materials.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done. Because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, a Kubota L-Series tractor can be yours with 0% financing for up to 84 months. This is why I do it. Kubota. See your local Kubota dealer for details.
Football Chavez here. When you have Football TV with 35 channels of sports and the best in European soccer, you'll never miss another goal!
Stream the most live sports for the least money. Try Fubo TV free today.
The original Sonic cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99. The last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
Oh, good school.
Now you can pair a cheeseburger or footlong coney with onion rings for $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
We welcome you back. Each year on Championship Sunday, Ford awards a lucky fan with keys to a Ford truck. Let's send it down to Matt West for this year's winner.
Mr. Matt West. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past year, hundreds of thousands of PBR fans have signed up for the Built Ford Subs Behind the Ride sweepstakes. Now, today, the lucky VIP winner, Jordan Stoltz, is here in Las Vegas to see tonight's PBR Championship and will be receiving the keys to his own brand new 2018 Ford F-150.
Now, Jordan is an engineer from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's been a big bull riding fan since he was a kid. But right now, here are some highlights of Jordan's VIP Las Vegas experience.
Hey everybody, I'm Matt Triplett. And I'm Gage Gay. We're here in Las Vegas, where the Ford Behind the Ride sweepstakes winner has been chosen. Let's go ahead and start his experience off right and do a little cowboy shopping. I'm Matt.
And that's awesome.
Gage Gay.
I'm Jordan. Nice to meet y'all.
See what we got here. Man, that's a lot of denim. We got something picked out for you. I think it's going to look perfect for you on the blue carpet. Checkered shirt here for you. Wrangler and Ford patches on it.
It's great having Ford and PBR bringing me out here. This is awesome.
We're at CAW in the MGM. We've got a representative that's going to take us on a little behind-the-scenes tour, see some stuff people don't normally get to see. Let's go check it out.
How you guys doing?
Matt West with PBR. Jordan.
Very nice to meet you. How you guys doing today?
Good. Just kind of in awe of this place.
Believe it or not, Flint does his own makeup, too.
He does?
Yeah. Really? That's good.
I would like to see that.
He also needs to stop by your wig department.
What's like the toughest thing these guys do?
Everything, because with the uniqueness of car, there is no second take. I hope you guys come and watch the show.
Thank you so much.
It was
awesome.
awesome.
It's been an incredible day.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Like your outfit.
Thanks, man.
Buddy, let's walk this carpet.
Let's do this.
Nice weather seats.
It's been an